Now we're going to do the shir of today. Chaf Aleph El. So we spoke about the 7 meters of the Nefesh Elokis. Now why, before he didn't speak about Malchus, right? And then when he talks about Nefesh Elokis, speak about Malchus, his homework, speak to your local rabbi, I don't know. But now we start talking about Seichel, huh? Of course I mean for Malchus. Malchus means Levushim, Machshava Dibur Avais. But what's the Midah? The Midah is Kabbalah Sel. What's the Midah of Nefesh Bahamas? Prikasol. But before he was talking about Nefesh Bahamas, talking about Nefesh Sichlas. In any case, now we're going to go to Chabad. The root and source of all the Midas comes from the intelligence of the person. And remember, now we're talking about the Chabad of the Nefesh Elokis. This means that Chachma. What is Chachma? It's the source of wisdom. That reaches intellectually towards Havaya. Is the wisdom of the Eibishter and the kindness of the Eibishter and the remaining holy attributes of the Eibishter. That Hashem governs and gives life to all of the worlds, the higher worlds and the lower worlds. And what is Chachma? Chachma is the effect, is the effort to reach the beginning of understanding of what it means that the Eibishter is highest of all the worlds. Chachma is called a flash. Chachma is higher than understanding, but I'm reaching to try and have a sense of what it means that the Eibishter has Seichel, or what it means the Eibishter has Midas, through which he gets highest to the whole world. So Chachma would be wanting to know and getting a flash of an idea. Oh, Bina, what would be Bina? He is bonus. This would be the contemplation, to think at length. Ba'asagazu, and this intellectual access that one achieved as a flash in Chachma. So in Bina, you process it, you develop it, you analyze it. And length means bringing it down from a higher level to a lower level. And in width means how it's correlated with other ideas of the same plane. If Aimek means to get to the point of it all, Binase with understanding, even Lahav and Davar, to understand from what you know initially, subsequent things, other things, so that Chachma gives you the flash of understanding the Chachma mitzvahs of the Eibishter, and Bina develops a thorough understanding of it further. Says the Rebbe. And to give birth through this process of learning and understanding, the offspring of the brain, of the mind, Chachma Bina. What are the offspring of the mind? Midas Avavayira. It's the Midas Avavayira which we spoke about yesterday. Usha'are Midas, and the remaining Midas, and the Elotis which are born b'nefesh Elokis, in the divine soul, Hamaskelas, that is creative. Umizbainenis, and is thorough and analytical and detailed. Begidul Asad Hashem, in the greatness of the Eibishter. So Chachma is called Haskalah. Haskalah means Choch Chidush and Nekudah. Bina means Havchona, Fananda to break, to break apart. So the combination of Chachma and Bina's understanding, Gedul Asad Hashem, gives birth to Midas Avas Hashem and Yiras Hashem. The Eibishter is great, the Eibishter is kindness without an end. Okay? And the person uses his mind to understand this greatness of the Eibishter and to develop feelings of love for the Eibishter. Says the Rebbe, there's a level of the Eibishter's greatness. Is bonus and when you think about it with the bonus of the godly soul, you're going to develop fear and awe, or awe and fear. Which is a lower fear, Malchus, which would basically be the level of Malchus. There's a higher level of the witness of the Eibishter, which will come Yirei law, a higher fear, which is Yirei, it's a fear of being embarrassed and ashamed and self-conscious. Moreover, there's also a hisbonenus, bechina, level of hisbonenus, which will develop infinite love. Infinite love. There's a kind of hisbonenus, which comes a smaller love. Huh? Why does do Yira before Ava and Zuta before Ava? I don't know. I could explain it because he's going in to say the Mamat Alamayla. The same is true in all of the emotions. Hachitzadi is the outer midas, shein chesed v'cholu, which is chesed. 1 second. Just like there's a hisbonenus, which can allow you to develop Yira and Ava, there's a hisbonenus which allows you to develop chesed. Says the Alter Rebbe, however, there's a key. The key to what we just learned is das. Ubekul and all of the above, and all of this chachma and bin and hisbonenus, tzorechli is melubesh b'hen, must be revealed in them, bechinas hadas, level of das. Shehu bechinas iskashas and nefesh, the attachedness of the soul. Hakshura, which is tied, utkua, and planted, ba'asagazu, in this intellectual access. Shemasek is eze inyan begdos migdos havai, when it reaches intellectually to understand anything, about the greatness of the Eibishter. What does das add? Das doesn't mean you understand it better. Das means that what you understand, you're more attached to. It's more real. This gives birth to one of the emotions from the emotions. If there's a lack of das, even if you're thinking about it in Chochmah and Bina, Kerega for a moment, from this knowledge, it departs also Hamida Hanelada Mimena, the emotion which it comes from it, from being revealed in the soul, it's to the hidden state of the soul, to be only potential, not actual. Das is called Maftecha de Kol Shit. It's the key that includes the midas. Das doesn't change anything of what you understood. When you have Chochmah Bina, understand everything. Das means that whatever I understand should be real. That's all. That's why Zivig is called Das, because Zivig and Neshu Lashon is Kashus. It's a connection. Like it says in the Pasuk in Pei Gimel of Tanya, it says, Tachten, everything I just told you is that Chochmah and Bina are attached to Midas through Das. That's called the lower Das, Hadas Tachten. Hamispashet the Midas, which expands from Chochmah and Bina into the emotions. Umislabish behind and revealed in them Lahachayeson, to give them more integrity, more life, and more existence. But you should know that Yesh Mechinas Das. There's a higher level of Das. And the higher level of Das, to be quite honest, is either a kesher between Chochmah and Bina, or between Keser and Chochmah and Bina. The lower Das is between Bina and Midas. The higher Das is a whole different issue. Shehu Bechinas Hiskashnus. It's a connection. V'chibur, and a tying of Mekoyed HaSeichel, which is Chochmah, the root of Seichel. Hamasik Eimek HaMusik, which reaches the depth of an idea. Shukinekuda as a point, Ukabara Kamavak and a flash. Al-Sichli in his mind. Sheyispashet Lamata should expand downward. V'yaveh Eimek HaMusik, the depth of the idea should come with the Havana to an understanding, which is of course Bina. With a broad clarification, in length and width, Bina, which is called Bina, which is called the widening river from the stream and from the fountain. So das Tachne between Seichel and Midas, das Alim between Chochmah and Midas. So we learned the 7 Midas of Nefesh Elokis and the 3 Moichet Chabad.